This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am thrilled to be here helping you with playing the guitar. In this mini course, it's all about strumming and playing the chords, and sometimes we're singing too. So this is lesson 5. In this lesson, I'm going to go over some tricks for playing chords when there's more than one chord per measure, particularly when there's 2 chords per measure in a 4/4 time. This happens frequently. So I'm going to take some of the strumming patterns we worked at in the first 4 lessons for 4/4 time, like down, down, up, down, up, and down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm going to walk us through some ways to play multiple chords per measure, 2 chords per measure. In this lesson, I'm just using A, D, and E. D was introduced in the first lesson and was used again in the last lesson. A and E were introduced in the last lesson. So they should be familiar unless you're jumping in to this lesson without having seen those. So we have A, and we've got all 3 of the places where we put fingers on strings 2, 3, and 4 are all at the 2nd fret. We strum the open 5th string, strum those top 5. You can see my recommended fingerings for them. And then we got D, index on that 2nd fret, 3rd string, middle on that 2nd fret, top string, and then ring on that 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then we've got the E, index, middle, and ring. We strum all 6, so index, 1st fret, 3rd string, middle, 2nd fret, 5th string, ring finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. We're going to go ahead and strum all of that. Now I've got a couple chord progressions just written up here, sort of things that we can repeat over and over. You can practice doing this sort of thing with other chords too, but you're going to run into these kinds of things in music, in the songs that we're learning, where we've got 2 chords per bar. Sometimes it happens where we've got 2 chords in one measure and 1 chord in another measure, and that's what I've gotten here, is an A and a D, so those 2 are going to split the measure, and then E is going to be there. When you have 2 chords per measure in 4/4 time, one thing you can do that works really well is to use the first half of a strumming pattern twice. So 1 time for each of the chords. So the most familiar strumming pattern to us is this down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. The first half of that is down, down, up. So if I do that twice, and I have it written here, down, down, up, down, down, up. So for the A chord, then I can do down, down, up. And then for the D chord, I do that again, down, down, up. Then I have a whole measure of E with the example here that we're playing. So I'm just going to play my whole down, down, up, down, up. So it'll be A, songs with just those chords, such as La Bamba. La Bamba. La Bamba. Se necesita un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia para mí, para ti. Arriba y arriba. That's how that one works. Going, just using the first half twice when you have 2 chords per measure, as we saw here, and then playing the full thing when we have 1 chord per measure. We could also actually just play the strumming pattern as is, and then because we're this particular pattern, because we're hiding beat 3, then we need to anticipate where that second chord would come in and bring it in just a little bit early. So it'd be down, down, up. And right on that up strum, I would bring in that second chord. And this one's a little bit trickier, but sometimes, depending on what's being played, you might like that better. So we have switch. That's how we would keep that one going. Down, down, switch. Down, down, switch. It depends on the song on whether I like doing that better. In that particular case, I probably wouldn't. With that in mind, we also have this other strumming pattern that was introduced in lesson 4. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now with this one, the first half is the same as this one. So I could do down, down, up, down, down, up when there's 2 chords per measure, and then do this full down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So we got down, down, up, down, down, and then the full thing. Down, down, up, down, down, up. That's how that one works. Now with this strumming pattern, it also works really well to use the first half for the first chord, and then when we have a second chord in that measure, to use the second half. So it'd be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, so that works really nicely with this chord progression, and if I did La Bamba again, it would work nicely. So, ba-da-ba-ya, La Bamba. Ba-da-ba-ya, La Bamba. Se necesita un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia para mí, para ti. Ay, arriba, ay, arriba. Ay, arriba, ay, arriba. Por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. La, la, bamba. Bamba, bamba. La, 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 bamba. Ba-dum. Just like that. Now, when we have strings where we have multiple measures, let's say with 2 chords per bar, like this little progression here, which actually also works with La Bamba. So I'll just continue using that old folk tune. But we're going to have A and D in the same measure and E and D in the same measure. So if we look at this progression, we could practice a little bit more with this. If we start with this one in the middle where we have down, down, up, down, down, up. So we can do that for each of the chords. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Ba-da-ba-ya, La Bamba. Ba-da-ba-ya, La Bamba. Se necesita So we can go down and use this next one then, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And when we use this one, we're going to use down, down, up for the first chord in the measure and down, up for the second chord. So we'd have A, like that. And we can use our other one up here on top. So down, down, up, down, up. With this one, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to anticipate because we're not going to actually play right directly in the middle of the bar on beat 3. So we're just going to bring in the chord a little bit early on that up strum. So it'd be like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, Now I don't particularly like using this one on the La Bamba that I've been using as an example, which does go with these chords, but it could be done. There's times when it sounds good to sort of anticipate, have that chord coming in a little bit early, but when I want to distinctly hear these chords right on beat 3 when that second chord comes in, I don't like it as well. So I don't like it as well with La Bamba. It just doesn't sit as well, but there's other times it does. Don't like it as well on this particular example, but there are times where it's nice to just use this one and have that second chord come in on that second up. Okay, I hope that helps. In lesson 6, so in the next lesson, we're going to work on A, D, and a new chord, E7. So it's going to be great. I'll see you then.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.